Hey y'all, hey! Welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. If you don't see a red box right there, you are catching the replay. So just comment hashtag replay. Come on in, y'all. We are going to make a heifer with a bow. We've got some raffia. Y'all know me, I love some raffia. And we're just gonna have some fun. I got my glue gun out tonight. We might need to use that. I hope you guys are super duper well. Whenever you get here, make sure that you hit the heart button. And you're going to comment the word HERD, H-E-R-D. I was inspired by a dear friend, Deidre, on this project. And I'm going to put my own little spin on it. So comment the word HERD, H-E-R-D. And let me know when you're here, y'all. So let me scoot back. I even am finally going to get to use, I've had this ribbon forever. It's like cow print. Like I've had it forever. And I just like threw things on my desk. I don't even know. There's stuff everywhere. So let me get everything situated. I've got my black buttons. We might use one of those. I've got some greenery stuff. I need more space tonight, y'all. But we're going to use this transfer called Heard That. So notice it's got bow tie, it's got like a headband, bowish, whatever. And then it says Heard That, and then it's got these little swoosh marks. And then we also have the chockable shape. We're going to use this tonight, and we're going to use, hopefully I have some in here. We have these little magnets that we sell. They are under accessories on our chalk website. Let me just put them back on there. And what else? Oh, but that's not all. We're going to use our brand new 9x12 beaded frame. So let me get this open without like damaging anything. Let's get this open and check it out. Hey friends. What's going on, everybody? I hope you're well. What is today? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. So you always typically get a really good piece of cardboard with our surfaces. So I'm going to stick that over here because we might end up using some of it. But I need to make room for all of this chaos. I've got the cow print ribbon. I've got polka dots. I've even got some teal ribbon. I don't even know, y'all. I just grabbed what I had. But let me tell you about this. So this is 9x12. This is our boutique surface. It is reusable. And this side is black, this side is white. And you can take these this surface out. Okay? So let me open up this because we are going to use our little fella here, the cow. Our heifer. We're going to add a bow. I don't know, Diane. That is a question for Zach. Hi, Cynthia. What's going on, girl? Yes, the patriotic box is still available. And actually, if you comment the word HERD, H-E-R-D, I think it's like the second link, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, no, it is. It's the second link. I remembered. So we're going to use our little cow right there. And let's go ahead and prep our transfer. So I'm going to, Betsy, I'm going to call her Betsy. All of our transfers come in this like plastic bag thing, sleeve. But I just like to crawl my fingers across it to lift it and then take it out. I save my bags. I do not throw them away. In fact, I'm going to stick this on the side of my desk for now. And this is our transfer, okay? So we're only going to be focusing on this tonight right here. We're just going to chalk this in black. But do you see where there's cut lines? I need to take my transfer trimmers and give them a slice, okay? So what I like to do is put my finger in between the transfer and the backer sheet. I do not like to cut mine up into millions of different pieces. So like this transfer would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different pieces. I want it all to stay on one place, the backer sheet. So I'm just going to place my transfer trimmers in between the transfer and the backer sheet and just cut along or glide my transfer trimmers along that line. Y'all hear that noise? All right, so we're going to do this one. How do I want to do this? I don't know. We're just going to experiment. Let me do that. You could even make, give them a bow tie. You lay that back down. Let's do this one. Herd that. Get it? Like herding cattle. I need tons of practice cutting these. Didn't do so good. So, Linda, don't worry. There are plenty of times when I'm like doing it and I completely go off the line and it looks like a mess. The most important thing is, y'all, you do not want to cut through that silk screen. Okay? All right, so we've got all of that cut up. I'm going to go ahead and start by adding our black velvet chalk paint to the chockable shape. So you want to make sure that you have the right side. Yes, just like that. Okay. So we're going to get our shape and we're going to grab our fuzzing cloth right here because we are going to peel this off and we're going to fuzz it. Hi, Kate. How are you? What's the weather like in Canada? Did I do this? No, y'all, I didn't separate the cows. 1 minute. Hi, Janet. Delora, you lost your husband on Sunday? Oh my goodness gracious. Thanks, Deb. See, you saw. All right, so I'm going to lay that up there. Okay, we've cut everything else. We got that, and we've got that. All right, here we go. Hi, Jamie Waldron. I am so sorry, Delora. I am so sorry to hear that. Everybody say some prayers for Delora. She lost her husband. That makes me very sad. So this is called fuzzing. Basically, you are adding lint to the back to kind of reduce the stickiness of the transfer. Hi, Rainy. So I'm just fuzzing it. Then what I'm going to do is lay it down here on my chockable shape. It lines up perfectly. Just make sure you have it on the correct side. Okay, there is a right side and a wrong side. All right, so I'm going to make sure that I don't have any air bubbles. If I see or feel like any raised spots, I am going to just lift it up and get rid of it and then lay it back down and remove the air bubbles. Okay. All right, we should be good. All right, let's grab our black velvet paste. Ontario, Canada, and it's beautifully warm for this time of year. Kate, so happy. I am so happy to hear that. That's what I meant to say. Hi, Kelly. All right, so we're going to grab our, did y'all see that? Right there. We're going to grab our black velvet chalk paste. Hi, Pearl. All right, so I saved a little bit of it, but I need to get the rest of it off before I go running my finger through it. Oh, that just made it worse. Holy day. Okay. We're all good. All right, here we go. So I'm going to grab my black velvet chalk paste and on the squeegee. So this is my squeegee. See the circle in the middle? I'm going to place my thumb in that circle and flip. Flip my squeegee over, okay? Then what we're going to do is just drag that paste down the transfer, picking up any excess as we go, so that we can take that excess and put it on a different section of our silk screen that we have not added chalk paste to. I just put my hands in all that. It's fantabulous. All right, make sure it's all covered. Any excess that I have, I'm just going to slide into the jar and close the lid. The orange one is the anniversary squeegee for club members and or designers. Thanks, Donna. Deb has a frost warning tonight. What is happening? That's crazy. It was, I don't know, it was humid here. Okay, y'all ready for this? I need to make room because this is quite busy in here. All right, here we go, friends. We are going to lift this off. We're going to peel it off. Look at the cow. Holy smokes. Is that not super amazing? That looks so good. Okay. All right, let me grab my little cart over here, and I'm going to spray this with water. All right, just like so. I'm going to move this out of the way before it gets demolished. Thanks. Isn't that cute? So hit the heart button for me, y'all. Comment the word HERD, H-E-R-D, and that will send you, by commenting the word, it will send you a message in your Facebook Messenger, and in that message will be all of our information. Where to get the supplies I'm using tonight. How to get our mystery patriotic box. How to shop our weekly cutout with, by the way, those just all got mailed today. It's a Highland cow. It's only available until April 28th. And he just took a tumble. What else does it give you? Oh, it takes you to our Amazon store where we have a lot of our favorites there. Okay. So I'm now going to flip it over, and this is now facing sticky side up. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to clean it off. This is called a board eraser. These come in a 2-pack. They're in my, on my chalk website. And you're going to clean off that lint because you're cleaning off the lint, but you're also cleaning off the paste that you put on it, okay? You're welcome, Donna. It actually shipped today with your Etsy orders. This would be cute on a shirt. Just a plain white shirt with black velvet ink, just with a cow. Wouldn't that be cute? Okay, so we're done with this part right here. So I'm going to take, remember this whole piece right here, and I'm going to place this down basically in the spot where it came from. Because that is his home. That's where it lives until it's used again. Okay? And then one thing you want to make sure of, y'all, is that you like place it flat. Don't have any like bubbles. Like make sure that your transfer is laying flat on your backer sheet. Okay? So that is what it looks like. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in and remove, yuck, and remove this. Okay? No bow, Steph? No bow? Just plain Jane cow? That's cute. Kind of what I had envisioned, but I think that I would want to put a bow on mine. Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure my hands are clean. Here we go. So now what we're going to do, if you struggle to get these, like, what is the word? Turned, slid over. Like you could take your, if you have one of these are called paste scrapers, and just basically move those over, slide them over. That's the word I was looking for. It's not going to scratch your surface. But if you need a little help, this is just our paste scraper. It's like plastic almost. I think it's plastic. But now what we're going to do is pop this off so that this is out of our way. And now we're only working with the surface. You could leave it on if you absolutely want. Now, I realized I told you magnets. We don't need magnets. We're going to use something else. White t-shirt with black bow and hot pink bow. Black cow with hot pink bow. Absolutely, Deb. Okay, so here's what we need to figure out. How do I want to do this? Do I want a bow or do I want a bow tie? Do I want a bow at all? I don't know. I gotta think this through. Okay, let me grab my cow. And we're gonna make sure that he is dry. He, she. Okay, so let me grab my dryer. Thought this was plugged in. And let's make sure it's dry before we move on to the next step. Okay. Because I want to use this to kind of figure out spacing. Because I want to put herd that down here at the bottom. I don't know. We'll see. Hi, Juanita. How are you? I hope you're well. So when your paste is drying, it's going to go from shiny to matte. And you will see that happen right before your eyeballs. Okay? So let's make sure it's all matte finished. Because I want to kind of move this around whenever I go to let me see something. I gotta figure this out. How do I want to do this? I think we might do bow tie. I think we just might do a bow tie. So, the description of the video says, have you ever seen a heifer with a bow? Should be bow tie. What is purple behind you? This? This? Is that what it is, Deb? I don't know what other purple you're seeing. Okay, yeah. Deb, did you know we sell acrylic surfaces now? Zach does on his Etsy shop. Maybe that's what you're referring to. Okay, so let me tell you what we're going to do. These little things I wasn't sure about, but we're going to actually use those. And we're just going to slide those behind the cow. No rhyme or reason. Haley, just like to give it some, I don't know, something, okay? But I do want to fuzz it first. So I'm thinking what we'll do, like if we put this over here, and if our cow's going to go right here, I am going to do a bow. I don't know. What do I want to do? Oh, that is the new shimmer watermelon color. Okay, so here is transfer number 2. So this one I'm going to put, I don't know, let's put this one right here. And then there's one more of those little swooshes, I guess we could call them. And we're going to put that one up here. No, that's too far. Let's put that one more like right there. Yeah. Let's put this one down here. All right, there. I think that's better. Now, I'm still struggling with the bow. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab a piece of chalk suede sheets. That's what it's called. Okay, scratch that for now. I want to put a bow on this cow. I haven't thought this through yet, y'all. Let me do this. Okay, we're gonna do that, but we're gonna do this first. All right. So sorry, y'all. I wanna, like, I had a vision in my head and I want to make sure I execute it, but I'm struggling with it. So first thing we do anytime that we are working with a shimmer, and this is our new Shimmer Couture Teal, you want to stir it. Okay. So I'm going to stir this, and I'm going to grab a mini squeegee, and we're going to go ahead and add chalk paste to our little, I don't know, swooshes. Pick up all of your excess. Do not waste your paste. Pick it up. Then, put the excess back into the jar. Close the lid and move on to the second part, okay? All right, next step is, Cal can go over there, peel these off, all right? Peel off your transfers for your little swooshes. This one I went over the side, over the side of the transfer. No big deal because this is a boutique surface. It's reusable. All you have to do is wipe it off. So that is what we have so far. That little wet spot is going to dry. Bear with me. Okay. All right. Let's spray this. And then we're going to, I'm going to get black all over my hands again. Clean as you go, y'all. You know, that's my thing. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? Let's flip it over to now where it's sticky side facing up. All right. Just like this. And then you want to dry it. Holy cow. That was a lot of paste on my hands. And this is going to go back on your transfer, your backer sheet. Okay. And all I'm using is a paper towel to clean off all of that dirty water. Okay. All right. We're going to do the chalk suede sheets. So let me just find where these go. Everything has a home, y'all. Everything has a home. I think this one is gonna go here. And if you hold it just right, you will see where the swoosh goes. It's like magic. Something like that, okay? All right. Let me grab the bow, and we are going to fuzz this really well because it is going to go on our chalk suede, like paper sheets, okay? Hi, Tammy Martin. How are you? So I want white. Okay, so this is going to work because I want white polka dots. And this is going to be chalked in teal. So I typically like to wax my chalk suede because, hi Lori, the transfers are going to stick really, really well to this chalk suede paper. So I'm just going to wax it a lot. A lot. All right, and then I'm just going to put this as close as I can to the edge. And we're going to press that down. And then we're going to take our teal, shimmer teal, and we are going to apply that to the transfer. And see how it turns out. So let's do it. Take off all of your excess and close the lid. All right, here we go. Lift. That's cute. Look. So cute, right? All right, so we need to clean this. See how it's constantly like fuzz. Wax if you need to. Squeegee your paste on. Take it off. Spray your transfer. Flip it over. Like, it's the same repeatable steps, right? So it's not hard. Anybody can do this. Sometimes people make it harder on themselves. Okay, so go outside your comfort zone and just try it. All right, so this is now clean. And we can add this back to our backer sheet. Just like that. Okay? All right, the only thing we have left to do on this is put the words, heard that. But I need to clean off my hands. So hit the heart button if you're here. And let's dry this, and then we're going to cut this out with scissors. But I want to make sure it's really, really dry before we go cutting. Now, there's another bow on this, or headband bow, that is just like all solid. Then you've got your 2 bow ties. One solid, one pattern. Hi, Marilee. Oh, Pearl, I promise it is. Hi, Ruth. Just got to practice. Now, for those of you that did not grab the color of the month, which was Pucker, which was a lot of our yellows back here, it is a shimmer. It is back for a limited time today, tomorrow, which is so April 24th and 25th. You must spend $75 on my website before tax and shipping, and that will open it up for you to purchase. But after that, it's gone, gone, gone. All right, so let's cut this out. Let's put my stuff there. And I am going to go as close as I can to the edge without cutting like the actual bow itself. So I may get quiet, y'all, because I gotta concentrate. So I'm just working on cleaning off some of this, or cutting off some of this excess that, in my opinion, is gonna get in my way before I go in for all of the cutting, like the detail cutting. Just easier, I think, for me to work with. Then there's that piece. So see how it shaped the top? I need to get me a bow like this, y'all. A headband with a bow. All right, so that part is done. Now we're just gonna go in and cut around the bottom, which is probably the easiest. And you could always leave like a wider area and not go as close to the bow itself like I did. All right. So now, let's see how this is going to work. Oh my gosh, look at this, y'all. Hit the heart button. Look at this. Delora, I'll probably just add like glue dots or something. Look. Betsy, big gal. Oh, that's a darling. So this is our chalk suede sheets. Okay, so here's our frame. So let me bring this back. make sure our shimmers take longer to dry. So if it was on normal matte paste, that would already have been dry. But like I just touched that and it's not dry. Didn't do any damage. Hi, Juanita. But you need to make sure it's completely dry. Just don't like stick your finger in it, like smudge it around to feel it. Like barely tap. Because I want to lay the cow on it to test it before I move on. Hi, Michelle. Hey, Marilee. Thanks so much for the stars. All right, let's do this. All right, I think we're dry. So what I want to show you is that this is what we have so far. And then we've got our little bow. I can't hold it up because nothing's like tacked down. But I want to add heard that to it as well. Okay. Hi, Karen. Oh, Linda, everyone was watching my mom. Yes, she does excellent. She does very well at painting. My mother-in-law paints very well too. They're amazing. Okay, so we're going to do heard. Here's what we're going to run into. I want to see how much coverage this frame is going to have on this. I'm glad I checked. So we're going to scoot this up just a tad. And we'll do heard that. Okay, so that's still a little too far apart. So let me scoot these closer. Heard that. All right, that worked. So just attach them together. Ooh, Amy's very smart today. But it's still over to the left too much. But all I did is I took the two transfers and just stuck them together. What you don't want to do is like cover up the silk screen. So I just want to make sure that this is centered. All right, that's just going to have to be good enough. So we're going to use our shimmer teal. They are their OG colors. Not like me, girl. Okay, so we're going to take our squeegee. Now that I have it down, I can actually move this. Let's think smart, Amy. We're going to just drag our paste over the screen. And put the rest back into the jar. I think that was the last thing that we're going to use the shimmer teal on. Heard that. Okay. Let's grab our little cleaning mat here. Take it off. And then we are going to back to the black board eraser. And then we are going to clean the back. And wipe off our hands so we don't get our white, you're welcome, Kathy, our white stuff covered in black paste. Okay? Done. All right, so now you're probably wondering, well, how are you going to put that on there? Well, it's fine. I'm going to use glue dots on mine, but I want to try this first. So let me just make sure this is really dry. Hi, Jeannie. Thanks, Diane. Those are on Etsy. You can buy the wood blanks on Etsy. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to take and just put glue dots all over the back of that. Okay, and I'm going to line it up where I think it should go. Press down. Looks pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to figure out how I'm going to put the bow on here. So why don't we do glue dot on the edge and the glue dot on the edge. And just put like 2. And then we're going to just press it down like so. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Y'all hit that heart button. We're not done though yet because she is getting a bow. So let me just throw all this in here. And that way we have more room. I'm going to turn on my glue gun. I haven't used a glue gun, I feel like, in forever. Let me just put all of this up. And we're going to put this inside of our frame. There is a white side and a black side. Okay, I don't want to use my nails. Thanks, Diane. Right here, right here. Oh, one more. Right there. Okay, so when you add the frame to it, it really makes it pop. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is take my transfer and just make sure I put all of my pieces back on. I will straighten them out later. Okay, but I want to, I don't think I'm going to use the polka dot. I don't know about this because she's got polka dots in her bow, but I am going to use this. Yes, we're going to use this, and we're going to use this teal. And then I have raffia, and then I have this. So this is like, I don't even know. What does it say? I'm sure it's from Amazon. But what I think we're going to do is take out a couple of these. Hopefully these work. And I'm just going to start. I think what I'm going to do, because honestly, y'all, you don't want to glue on your surface. I'm going to use a piece of cardboard. Watch and learn, watch and learn. Let's see how successful we can be at this. I'm going to take a piece of cardboard and see if this will not be. So ideally, I'm going to do this. Okay? I'm pretty sure. So I don't want to put glue on that. So I'm going to start by basically, I want to trim these down a little bit. So let me trim these. Like I'm going to go way down. Probably to about there. I think so. So then I'll just take and kind of measure these up that they're all cut like the same length-ish. Okay. So then what I'll do is I'll glue them on here. Something like that. I don't know. We're going to see if it works. But I am going to remove these leaves that basically are going to be covered up. By the ribbon, the bow, the raffia. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. Actually, you know what? Never mind. We're going to use these instead. Just kidding. I like these better. So let's cut this. And let's cut there. So 3 and 3. Paint the cardboard white. You know, that's not a bad idea, actually. Oh, wait, I needed that one. Duh. Okay, 3 and 3. And I think I'm going to take Dolores' advice, just in case you do see it through. Just add a little bit, right? A little bit of paint won't hurt anybody. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. Okay. Painted white. Woohoo! Let's put the lid on. Hi, Anita. How are you? All right, we do need to dry this because actually I need to use this right away. What is happening? So basically I'm going to glue all of this to this piece of cardboard. I want to make sure it's dry. You're right, Deborah. Duh. Y'all, I didn't see that. Hi, Candy. Well, I just showed you how to do it in case the other side wasn't white. Oh, my goodness. Okay, here we go. So now we're going to grab 3 of these and put them right here. Can you believe that? You are always on to something, and you guys are so smart about it. Okay, so I just want to make sure that this is not too big. It can hang over. I'm good with that. Okay, so now I'm going to just lift this up, and I'm going to put a whole bunch of glue right there. And try not to burn my finger. I have not used hot glue in a long time. At least it feels like it. All right, I'm going to just press and hold and see what we got. I'm going to slide these over just a little bit because it needs to be kind of even Steven on both sides. Okay, and I want to make sure that I can fan these out, do all the things. Okay, just like that. All right, let me see. Let me make sure that that's going to stay down. Y'all, I got me some painter's tape today. I'm going to just let that painter's tape sit on there as a weight. That way it won't move, hopefully. I think we're okay. All right, now let's work with our, this. The sizing is good. Thanks, Melena. Okay, let me grab a bow maker somewhere. I don't know where my other one is. I don't know what happened to it. Okay. So now I'm going to just put this down. And then we're just going to start, I don't know, doing tails and twisting ribbon. So I'm just making a loop, putting it through. 1, 2. Let's do one more. And then we're going to flip it. And then this one's going to go up. Okay. Grab my fabric scissors and cut. Okay. Get my little push pin. Don't you love it, Deb? I love the ribbon. Okay, so now we're going to start with this one. I want... Okay, please hold. I'm going to try to do this. I think I want the cow on the top. The cow print on the top. I changed my mind. I am very indecisive today. Can you tell that? Okay, so this is like technically double-sided. And there's no patterns to it. There's nothing. So you really don't have to twist it. So we're going to do 3 and then cut. All right, so let's do this and put our pin back in there. I'm talking to my iPhone, expecting you to hear me. Cynthia, what did you say to me? What did you say? Okay, so I'm going to just unravel this, and I'm going to go this way. Go up. Twist. Twist. And then down. Okay? All right. Where is my bow tie? Right there. Okay, but one thing I forgot to add is my raffia. I really wanted some raffia in there, y'all. So just a second. I'm just going to add it right there in the middle of each ribbon. And then maybe we'll add a little bit more to the center or to the top, like so. Where did this one come from? All right, so now what we're going to do is lift this out. Just like this. I am going to bring the 2 pieces to the back, okay? And then I'm just going to twist it really tight. The teal color first. Great minds think alike. All right, so then one thing I want to do is, now that I have it down, or off, I guess, I want to see, oh no, where is my, oh yeah. Okay, so we've got one there, one there. We have a tail here. We have a loop there, tail there. And then you just work with it, y'all. Everybody makes their bows differently. I am not a professional bow maker. Full disclaimer. I just like to have fun and try all of the things. So something like that. And then I am going to go in and cut some of this raffia, like the loops, in half. And kind of just make it go wild and crazy. Because that's what raffia does. All right, so now we've got dovetail our ends. Let's do dovetailing over here. Now these need to be shorter. Because when I compare the two, they're still too long. Good, and let's marry these up. Good. Hey, it's a bow. That's all that matters. Okay. Here we go. Let's grab our piece of this and let's cut off our extra. Ooh, you know what? Get out. Okay, let me see if this is going to cover it up. I'm so glad y'all had me paint this white, even though the other side was white. I'm just glad it was painted because you can see it. Look, and we can just put that around. No, I'm just gonna glue it. That looks silly. Okay, let's glue this on. Right in the middle. I got lots and lots of glue. Probably too much. Let me just get that off. I just did it with a stir stick. No big deal. What I can't just figure out though is why my tails that are cow are on one side. I must have not done something correctly, y'all. I don't have a teal pattern. I looked and looked and looked, Deb. Looked and looked. I mean, I do. Okay, I take that back. I do, but I didn't want to bump this up against the polka dot headband. Okay, what is happening here? All right, so we do have a few pieces that need a haircut here. But overall, that's pretty darn cute. So let's grab this and let's grab this. Oh, that looks so cute. And we need a button for the center. I am going to do a black button. Let's see, let me grab this one. Teal, black, and white are just precious together. Really brings me a lot of joy. Okay, now you're probably wondering, well, why, what is she doing? Like, where is the, what is the word I'm trying to say? Like, how is she going to get this to stay? So I did grab the painter's tape because I thought what we could do is put a little bit of this probably way too much. But you could, like if we put this on the back, you could either like get it to stick with the painter's tape like so, or what we could do is, like I was just gonna lay a piece of this right here and kind of fold it around that, and then put a piece of this on the back. It doesn't have to be sticky side, just like that. It's not the sticky side out. And then I could glue this to the tape and not the board. Does that make sense? And hopefully you won't see the painter's tape on the underneath side. You can a little bit, but you can paint it white, like if you have white tape, right? Okay, so let me make sure that this is good. I don't know, just a way to use the frame and add a bow without having to glue it was kind of my idea behind this, to show you guys there's plenty ways to make this work so that you don't glue something to one of your reusable surfaces. But I don't know about y'all, but that is stinking cute. I love this so much. So much. Oh my goodness. She fell. Hold on. Stay. There she is. Look at that. Oh, I love that. It's okay, Delora. Like, because it's reusable, I don't plan on keeping this up for over a year. Like, I'm going to use this frame again, but I wanted to show you guys like a makeshift glue a bow. Okay? So let me know what you guys think. This is our new shimmer teal. This is a new transfer. It's called Heard That. Reusable beaded board. Frame is new as well. But I think it's cute. So hit the heart button for me. Comment the word heard, H-E-R-D, and we'll check you later, alligator. Bye.